Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm deeply concerned by the way this government is using urgency powers over and over again. Urgency powers, I'm new to this parliament, everyone knows that, so I'm learning what I can and I'm studying what I can about the way the Westminster system is meant to work. So I did a bit of research on how urgency powers are actually meant to be used. And I've got a whole series of quotes, but I'll just quote from Melbourne Law School here. Urgent powers are used to pass laws quickly in exceptional circumstances such as natural disasters, war or serious public health crises where ordinary legislative processes are too slow to respond to immediate threats to public safety or the state's integrity. That is not what we are seeing here. That is not what we have seen through the 8 pieces of legislation that this government has pushed through on urgency. That's a misuse of the democratic process and it makes our job here completely meaningless. It makes a mockery of having people elected by their constituents to contribute to the democratic process. We've seen this law, it came into our inbox, this bill, 10 minutes ago. No time to actually look at it, no time to understand what it means. We're being told, had a briefing at 9 o'clock last night. No time to actually consult with the people in our community about what this might mean. Being told, don't worry, there's nothing to see here. Forgive me, CLP, it's very difficult to trust that, looking at what's happened over the last year. I don't understand the rationale that consultation can only begin once this law has passed. That doesn't seem to have happened in anything else, in any other laws that this government has brought through. I'm unclear about whether or not passing this law. I've heard the Chief Minister say that this is the first tranche, there will be more legislation coming. I'm unclear about what powers this law is actually going to be giving to these new PPPOs, none. So my question is whether or not we will be coming back to Parliament to actually articulate those laws and those changes, or is that something that will be done through regulation? Are we making that decision now today or not? I don't know. I haven't got that information. I asked that last night in my briefing. I didn't get the answer.
You heard it this morning.
Silence, please.
This government has also reintroduced the scrutiny committee. I have applauded that, but to refer a matter like the container deposit legislation to the scrutiny committee when no bills that are about actual human rights that have come before this parliament have been referred to the scrutiny committee is shameful. That is not the purpose of the scrutiny committee. The scrutiny committee is there for this government to be properly informed about what the implications might be of the laws that they are bringing to this chamber and will be affecting people across the Northern Territory in relation to their human rights. To refer a piece of legislation that's about bottle caps to that committee when you don't refer the anti-discrimination legislation, you don't refer any of the justice laws to that committee, for sacred sites, any of the bills that this government brought in that have fundamental impact on people's human rights is a misuse of parliamentary resources. Madam Speaker, I strongly oppose this bill being brought through on urgency. I feel like it's preventing me from doing my job here in this chamber, representing my constituents. Thank you.
Attorney